filed. But during the day, everything is just on that one sheet of paper for the day.
But then you do keep separate lists.
And then I do, and then I organize it at night. Okay. I don't worry during the day. Everything goes in.
It's just one list during the day.
It's
you
as
just
if
put everything in there.
It's as if you threw everything down into one bucket. It can't get lost. Then I sort through the bucket at night. If it's a question for Matt, it goes under questions for Matt. If it's a question for Doug, a question for Doug. If it's a thing I want to talk to Laura, a thing for Laura. Then some things just go on the general to-do list. But it's all where I know where it is.
I actually took a course in this one.
Of course.
Of course.
Let me tell you something. This is what they should be teaching in school. They don't teach it.
And I could never do it. I mean, now that you're saying this stuff about the to-do list, I was like, oh, yeah, they used to say all this stuff.
Because they don't know how to teach it. I'm a good teacher.
Well, no, I don't know how to implement it. They would be sitting right there, you know, like, here's your book.
Right.
This was back in the days that only books existed.
If I sat with you, if I had a class in this, I would teach you in a week. In an hour.
And I saw people keeping lovely books. I never did. I was like, no, I can't do that.
All right, you didn't understand it. It wasn't your thing. Now it is.
I tried that to-do list. It never worked for me. I was like, well, I can remember all that.
You know what's sad? You're coming to this late in life. You're going to say, I wish I had done this in my 20s.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm not a regretter, and I'm not a looker-backer.
No, this will make you be a regretter and a looker-backer. You're going to be upset. You would have had the story of your life since you're in your 20s.
I know my story.
No, I know your story. Most people have forgotten that story, and you would have remembered it, including yourself.
I don't hold much store in memories, thank you.
Fred, am I right? Do you know about what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
All right.
And I use iCal religiously.
Good.
It's a religion.
Yeah.
Yes. And you could use Mobile Me, except Mobile Me's going out of business, so
right. Well,
the cloud's going to take over for that.
Well, listen to me, and listen carefully.
Well, if I could only get somebody to download a word processor into all my computers, I'd
This is
Pages.
This is the. I don't use a word processor.
I do. I like
do everything
word
through.
processor.
I never use a word processor. I do everything through Lotus Notes.
Lotus Notes has a word processing program?
Every note is, yeah, of course it. I mean, you can print out anything from there. What are you writing that you need a word processor?
I write blogs. I write articles.
Do it on Lotus Notes.
I can do that?
Of course. Of course. I mean, what is going on over there? What is going on?
What do you mean?
It's chaos. You're looking for word processing.
And then I can't do anything. I'm like, that doesn't have a word processor.
No. When you
and
write a note,
think of these ideas for articles I would sit down and write.
Where's it going to go? You just got an idea for an article. Where's it going to go?
Yeah, I have to remember. I want to write an article
now with
about
your new system.
outside smoking.
Okay, so where's it going to go?
Nowhere, not in my life.
No, it's going to go on your to-do page for that day.
When I get one.
And then when you go home at night and you start scheduling, you might even write it on your calendar. Wednesday's my day to write my blog. And schedule the time.
Maybe the other people in my life are in chaos because I'm in chaos.
Yeah, of course. You're going to be triumphant. You're going to be powerful now. No more chaos. No more forgetfulness. Life is simple. People complicate it. Simple, simple, simple. Powerful people know simplicity. I'm wonderful. I am terrific.
Well, I'm glad we figured that out, at least.
Anybody else need help? You're afraid Robin's not afraid to ask for help. The rest of you are. Listen, I know what's going on.
I can't believe he doesn't want to see I'm so proud of my wallet.
The wallet, you've got to be proud of your wallet. I can't be proud of it.
The first time I've ever done it, I stop and I put the money back where it belongs.
Yeah, I've seen your pocketbook. Chaos. Money all over the place. Now you're doing something with your life. Good. And it's about you. These are things you should be doing.
I probably am holding up the entire economy. I have so many bags of change.
And I want you to put on your calendar tonight when you start with it that in 2 months you're going to show Howard your wallet.
Okay.
All right. Make it schedule an appointment 2 months from now with me.
Very good.
Very good. Now, what else does everyone want to know?
What other problems are there?
That's right. And that Gary uses Post-it notes. I could throw up. It's the worst system ever.
A pocket full of Post-its.
You know, they in every ad for getting yourself organized, they have Post-it guy. And it's a guy literally with Post-its all over his body. He just walks around with Post-its.
Right.
And he's covered in Post-its. He looks like the abominable snowman. Gary's system is for shit. And he takes those Post-its and he walks around with them. And
he loves them.
And he passes them off to other people. It's disgraceful. Organization is everything. I see disorganized people. I see people who are supposed to be organized. They do it for a living. They're not organized. And things got to be thrown out in the garbage. That's another thing. People have such bullshit. They never use it. They have no ability to part with anything. Throw it out. Throw it out. Their clutter is just remarkable. Stuff they don't need. Get rid of it. It's chaos.
See, you make me think of all these things. I need stationery.
Oh, I know
could
what's
write
going.
You a thank you note.
I know what's going on. Oh, what are you going to do? You're going to go on your to-do list and write, I need to buy stationery. And then you're going to go on your calendar and write down what day you're going to buy stationery. It's all simple. You're going to be excited. Oh, this is my day to buy stationery. Stick to it. That's it.
It's amazing, like I do all this traveling. It's lucky I get out of town. I'm so disorganized.
That's right. I don't know how you're doing it. Believe me, I lived in that chaos. I know what you're going through.
Like today, I'm leaving. I have to go to the dentist. I have to buy a suitcase.
Yeah, but you're not. For today. But it's not all planned out.
No, it's not.
And then if you have a driver, you're lucky enough to have a driver. He should know where he's taking you. Everything should be done.
Well, that's done because I have a system for that.
Every Monday, I tell Ronnie what I'm doing for the week. How do I do that? I do that because on Sunday night, I look at my calendar and I go, okay, Ronnie, this is what we're doing this week. And then I tell Beth, Beth, this is what I'm doing this week. Tell the kids, this is it. And everyone goes, wow.
I don't even know when my cat should get a blood. I was like, Brangelina is supposed to get another blood test in a month.
Because you're not
When is that month up?
Yeah, of course. Because you're not. What would you have done now? You would have had it on your calendar. You go back and say, oh, look.
Yeah, I would have put it on my to-do list. It would have gone into the calendar. She had her last blood test here. She gets a new blood test
Everything goes on that calendar. At night, you just sit there for a half hour to an hour.
In order to discover this now, I would have to go back through old emails, see when the last email was written.
No, that takes too much time. You're wasting time.
I understand this. That's why it doesn't get done.
You're driving yourself crazy. No, no good. You're going to be liberated. I just
looked
liberated
at little Jennifer Aniston today. I go, when do you need a checkup?
Right. You don't even know. And then you're calling people. How come you don't know?
Yeah,
How come
is this cat all right?
You don't know things. Look, I understand your chaos. Now you're going to be liberated. Look at you, smiling already.
I am.
You
I'm
are.
Like,
You're
possible.
And you're excited about it.
I don't know. I'm worried about it.
No.
Because I think it might be tedious, which bothers me.
No, it's not. You're going to end up loving your routine. Routine is everything. Routine. People in the military understand routine. You were in the military. Routine is good. Routine releases chaos.
Yeah, the other day when I had lunch with Tom, I realized, oh, my God, I have another appointment. I got to push back that appointment.
No, that's all going to occur now in bliss. You're going to create time for yourself. You're going to schedule, and you're going to like it. You go, oh, I'm meeting with Tom. I'm going to move this over here. You'll see. You're going to be triumphant.
All right.
Yeah.
Going to get a calendar today.
Good.
How am I going to get a calendar today?
You'll do it. Well, you got to learn how to work it too, and you got to devote yourself to it. Yes, Marianne.
Oh God, Howard, this is too much. Howard,
what do you mean it's too much? Let me tell you something. This is the greatest show that I've ever done because
it's so good. I mean, I'm listening to every word.
That's right.
I'm going to be your mother superior. But listen, Robin, that one hook that Ben Stern talks about, putting your keys, will set you free. You have no idea. And all you need is like a paper calendar, like I write.
All right, Marianne, thank you. I went through this. We don't need you repeating it.
Paper doesn't work for me.
Right. She doesn't want paper. I'm trying to tell you something. Yes, Tommy, you're on the air in Malden. Hey now. By the way, I'm talking about TV last night.
Yes.
Tommy, give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm watching TV last night, and I turned on the TV, and Piers Morgan, I had it on CNN, and Piers Morgan was on, and he was doing a terrific job. He was interviewing Christine O'Donnell, who's one of those Tea Party assholes. And this woman is insane. I'm going to play you a clip. You won't believe it. The woman's promoting a book. He starts asking her about what's in the book. She walks off the show. I don't want to answer those questions about what's in my book. She didn't like it. He goes, but it's in your book. Why would you come here and promote a book if you don't want to? And she walked off.
What does she want to talk about?
You got to hear this. It's unbelievable. She's a flaming asshole.
She walked off the show?
Yeah. Because she said he was confounded. He was like, I don't understand. It's in your book. She goes, I want to talk about other things that are in my book. He goes, but this is in your book. You came on my show to do it.
I get to ask anything, don't I?
Why don't you want to talk about it? Well, why don't you ask me about this in my book? He goes, well, I'm asking you about this right now. It's an interview, you imbecile. She doesn't even understand what an interview is. You can't go on a TV show when you've written a book.
Why didn't she just give him a list of questions?
Holy mackerel.
Or interview herself.
I mean, some of these people, these so-called leaders, this is a woman who got elected to office. They're idiots. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Tommy, sorry.
Actually, I think she ran for Senate. She lost.
Right. Yeah, but she's won office before. Hasn't she? She won. What is she?
Maybe she has some state office.
She was on Bill Maher's show a few times.
What is Christine O'Donnell? Isn't she in office in some capacity or was? I'm assuming.
She wasn't elected. She won a primary, meeting like somebody big, so that's how she got her big name.
Yeah. Has she ever been in office?
We don't think so.
Yeah.
She's there because she's cute. That's why.
And she's not even that cute. She's sort of chubby.
Well, now she's chubby, but when she used to be on Bill Maher about 10
I didn't think she was in office, but Gary told me this morning she was in office. I said, really? Okay.
Oh, she was the one who was a witch?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah.
But she's a loon. What is it, Tommy?
First, I want to talk about the guy that emailed and said that he hates my accent. Park the car in Harvard Yard. That's
okay, go ahead, Tommy.
You said, Andy Dick, I happen to know that he's not anti-Semitic. He just hired a new comedy writer, Yucko the Clown.
Yeah. He is an anti-Semite.
I know.
And he's a fucking piece of shit. And if he really feels that way about people, I don't care what type. I imagine it's not limited to just Jews. And I'll tell you what, he's another guy who walks around all day blaming the world for his problems.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like this. But you know what? They don't know how to fucking get off their ass and do something for themselves. They blame everybody. Everyone's out to get him. Wah, wah, wah. Fuck off.
I understand that he's, down on his luck, but, I mean, how come the media...
He's down on his luck because he did himself in.
No, I know
he's a raging alcoholic.
The media hasn't publicized this rant.
Because he's nothing. Who would even care about him?
It's not politically correct
it's become acceptable for people to walk around and be bigots.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think so.
I do.
Anybody in public, when they say something, even retard, that's why I love your show. You can still say retard and it's not bad.
It's a good thing.
Says, huh?
All right, Tommy, I got to go.
All right.
Thank you. Listen. I know what I'm talking about. Come on. Yes, Manny, in Kutztown. Yes, Manny.
I want to ask Miss Laissez-Faire over there, how does she conduct the financial part of her life? She conducts her financial life the way she conducts the rest of her personal life, she'd be broke.
No, listen to me.
Go ahead.
You can get through life being disorganized, but it's not a comfortable life. It's not fun. It's not funny. That's all. Okay, Manny. Look, Robin, we have to take a break.
Yes, I put myself on allowance, and somebody else takes care of most of everything that's important.
And listen, a lot of the things you should be... Do you have a checkbook?
Yes, I have a checkbook.
Okay, all right. Take it easy.
I would show you in my wallet.
All right. We'll be back right after these words.
And now, Tinseltown legend Ernest Borgnine reveals the secret to a long life.
Well, you're on our couch today. We're going to talk to you in the After the Show show. But real quickly, you're 91 years old. You look fantastic. You look like you're in your late 60s, early 70s. What's the secret?
I don't dare tell you.
No meat. You don't eat meat.
I masturbate a lot.
Okay, I think... What are you talking about?
You went all over the place.
I just shook his hand!
The Howard Stern Show.